Hey friends, happy Monday, happy April. Let's get warmed up, running or marching in place, whatever you're comfortable with. And we're gonna add in some arms. Today, we're going to do chest and glutes, okay? So, if you were here last month and you have a tracking sheet, I want you to keep that tracking sheet because what we're going to do is we're gonna start from the top again, okay? So the same moves, I shouldn't say the same moves, some of the same moves from last month are gonna be repeated, and we want to make sure we are bumping up on those moves, okay? Let's do our circles forward. Today, we have a chest press, we have a rotating press, and a straight arm pullover. Our glute moves are a bow tie, good morning to a deadlift, let's go back. Clamshell and a bridge, and then we're going to come back to the chest moves for our burnout round, okay? And open and close. My weights are set up in a runway style, which means my mat is in the middle of them, and then I have them lined up on each side of my body, heaviest closest up towards my head, so that way I don't have to drag heavy weights from like my feet and then end up hurting myself. I don't want you to do that either, so set your weights up the same way, okay? Let's kick out in front of us, hand opposite leg. And some shallow squats. 3, 2, 1. We are going to start with a chest press. So I am bumping up. I did 32.5 was the most I did last month. I have 35s. If you were here last month, I want you to also try to bump up. So we are going to do a regular chest press, elbows directly out from our shoulders, wrists above our elbows. We're going to press up and together and then lower down slowly, okay? Arch that lower back up off the ground. Your lower back should be not touching the ground. That is gonna put more of an emphasis on our chest muscles, which is what we are wanting. I apologize if I sound a little bit nasally or if I get a little bit loud. I'm at the tail end of some type of cold or virus or something. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Rotating press, I'm gonna do 25s. And I kind of, to myself, I sound like I'm underwater. Press those weights up, rotate those hands in towards each other, and then lower down. So yeah, I feel like I'm underwater. So sometimes I talk a little bit louder than I mean to. And you know, just a little bit of congestion, but we're working through it. I think I'm about over it. Hopefully you all are staying healthy and not getting sick like I did. That was no fun. Good news is though, nobody in my family got it, so that's a blessing. So we're all just trucking along now, starting to enjoy the warmer weather. Hopefully you are too, wherever you live. 3, 2, 1, nice job. Straight arm pull over. These weights are way too close. I'll move them on the break. I'm gonna do 17.5s. Arms up, slight bend in the elbow, arch that back up off the ground, lower back behind you, pull back up to the starting position. Nice job, friends. 30-second break. Use this time to get a drink. Move your weights around if you need to. I do need to. This just did not pan out well. And I'm gonna set these 30s out here because I don't know if I'm gonna use them. All right, there we go. Better. Hopefully you printed off your new tracking sheet, so if you need to make any notes, go ahead and make those throughout the workout as you increase weight or drop weight, okay? All right, friends, we're gonna go back to that chest press. 35s, I'm sticking with it. Make sure that back is arched, and we're pressing up, squeezing those chest muscles and lowering down slowly. Way over halfway done. And guys, when I say that, I am referring to the specific move we are on, not the workout as a whole, okay? Three, two, one. Nice job. Rotating press, sticking with the 25s. Also, need to let you all know that just because I do a specific weight does not mean that is the weight you should be doing. I only let you all know that so you can kind of judge off my weights what you should do. So if typically when I do 25s, you do 20s, then you kind of know that's where you need to be. Or maybe you go heavier. Typically when I do 25s, you do 30s, that's fine. It's where you need to be. For right now, you might just be working on the form and maybe using some 5s or something like that. That is also okay, all right? Do want to make sure you are challenging yourself. 3, 2, 1. So if you've been working on form for a couple weeks, might be time to bump up a little bit, all right? Straight arm pullover, 17.5s. On your tracking sheet. I'm going to turn on a fan because I'm getting warm. And turning off a heater because we are at that time of the year where it starts off a little chilly in the morning. As it gets throughout the day, it gets warmer, so constantly turning on and off heaters and fans. It's a lot of fun here in the Midwest. All right, friends, one more time with these heavier weights, okay? And then we will come back to these moves at the end for our burnout round. I'm gonna try to finish up here with these 35s for the chest press. Almost there. Since this is the third set, this should be getting challenging for you. If it is not challenging at all, I would look into using a little bit heavier weights. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Rotating press. Sticking with the 25s. Glute moves. Arms up, keep that back arched. Let's go. Fix my grip a little bit here. And guys, if you ever feel your grip slipping, I want you to do the same, okay? I would rather you take a couple seconds, get a good grip on it, and finish, than try to push through and end up dropping the weight and hurting yourself, okay? 3, 2, 1, awesome job. All right, so we're gonna move on to glutes. I gotta maneuver some of my attachments. You do whatever you need to do. All of my attachments are going on my 40 because that's what I'm going to use for my bridge. All right, we have bow tie, good morning to a deadlift. I'm going to use 20 for that. Clamshell, 20, bridge, 45. All right. Okay, let's do it. Got my 20, I'm gonna load it up here at my chest. We are going to start with a good morning. So we're going to push those hips back, pull up, we're gonna lower those arms down and go back down into a deadlift, okay? Once again, with the deadlift, we want to push our hips back. Pretend as if somebody has a rope around your hips and they're pulling backwards behind you. That's what I want, okay? Pushing the hips back, you should feel a pull in the back of your legs, letting you know it's time to pull back up, all right? Keep a neutral spine, which means we don't have to super flatten it. We also don't want to arch it a lot, okay? Whatever is natural, but hold those shoulders back. 3, 2, 1, come down to the ground. We're gonna do a clamshell. I'm gonna do a 20. So load that weight up on our leg. We're gonna open and close. And guys, if you need a couple of seconds to transition, don't be afraid to keep the remote beside you. Pause, okay? Get into position and then start again. This is your first time doing weightlifting. 3, 2, 1. Other side. We move pretty quick through this. I promise if you keep at this, you will also get quick at it. All right? But until then, do not be afraid to pause it. That's not gonna hurt anything. It might just add a couple more minutes onto your workout, but these are only 27 minutes anyway, right? So I'd rather you take a couple seconds, get set up. 3, 2, 1. And bridge. Of course, I left my weight all the way over here, so that's fun. We're gonna put the weight on our hips. We're gonna have a good grip on that weight. We're gonna push those hips up, squeeze those glutes to the top, lower down slowly as soon as your booty hits the ground, popping right back up. Almost there. 3, 2, 2, 1. Roll to the side, let that weight fall off, okay? Don't try to pick it up as you're laying down. Please don't do that. Again, we want to do this as safely as possible. I'm gonna maneuver some more weights here. All right. Let's go back into that. Good morning to deadlift. Load it up. Push those hips back. Lower the weight. Again. Curl that weight up. Keep going back and forth between the two, okay? Quote for the day is 60 days to the strongest you. Now, I know not everybody is doing 60 days to strong, but a good majority of you are, so I'm probably gonna be talking about it a lot. What we need you to know, guys, is this, call it a challenge. This consistency challenge is not made to try to get you all to lose insane amounts of weight in a short amount of time by cutting out all your favorite stuff. That's not what this is about, okay? 3, 2, 1, come on down, clamshell. What this is meant to do is to help you all start developing the habits or continue developing the habits that will get you results long term, okay? And that are sustainable, which means in 4, 5, 6 months, you're still doing the same habits that you were going to do during this consistency challenge, okay? Because 3, 2, 1, other side, these habits are what gets results, okay? We don't put any fluff on them. We don't ask you all to cut out alcohol or sugar or carbs. If you all do that, that's up to you, okay? We are not going to ask you to do that because, in my opinion, it is not sustainable. 3, 2, 1, bridge. If you plan on drinking alcohol again after you give it up for a certain amount of time, you have to also plan that your body is going to go back to the way it was before, okay? Whatever you do to get that body, you have to keep doing to keep it. And there's gonna be some people that will wanna argue with me on this, like, no, it's just a jump start, something like that, and that's fine. But I am telling you right now, over time, if you go back to your old habits, if you go back to what you did before instead of learning how to work with what you like, right? Your body will eventually go back to the way it was before. And what's the point of that, right? If we're gonna take this time to do it, let's really do it. Let's figure out how to get results while enjoying some beverages. Let's figure out how to get results while having dessert. 3, 2, 1, because once you do that, you're done. You don't have to do things anymore. You don't have to do diets. You don't have to cut anything out because you just understand nutrition, you understand exercise, and you know how to use it, right? So no matter the circumstances that come up, you can still get results. You can still enjoy your life, and you can still feel great, and you can still move things by yourself, right? Right, okay. Quick drink here. We're gonna have this one more time. Back to good morning to a deadlift. One more time. Make sure that core is engaged. What I mean by that is pretend as if somebody is gonna come up and kind of hit you in the belly, and you kind of brace yourself for someone to hit you in the stomach. That's what I want you to do. Not suck in, brace your core. Push those hips back. And if you're new and you're like, Ash, this is a lot of things to remember at one time, I'm not expecting you to remember all this, okay? It's what I'm here for. I will remind you, and then before long, once you do a certain move, several times, it will come more natural to you. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Come on down. Clamshell. Kind of going back to our 60 days talk. Remember that the point of all this is to make our lives better, okay? So, if you're making yourself miserable in the process of trying to get a certain body, try to weigh a certain amount, it's not gonna work. That's never gonna bring happiness. I'll tell you right now, as somebody who got way, way, way below a goal weight I had for myself. 3, 2, 1. I was in search of happiness. I got, I think 8 pounds below my goal weight, which was already way too low for me. And I still wasn't happy, okay? So, the joy is in the journey and figuring out how to do these things and making them a part of your everyday life, right? Because when you enjoy the journey, it's no longer this struggle that you have of, well, I'm gonna go crazy this weekend and I'll just start over on Monday and then I'll have it, then I'll get it. No, it's never gonna work, all right? 3, 2, 1, awesome job. That is also why we do this challenge as a 80% consistency and not 100%, because we still want you to live your life, we still want you to celebrate, but we want to show you what it takes as far as habits go to reach those goals that you want, okay? All right, friends, we are going to go back to those chest moves. I'm gonna use 15s, 12s, and 8s. So, bring it on back. We're gonna go back to that chest press. I'm gonna do 15s. We're gonna arch that lower back. We're gonna press those weights up and we are going to squeeze those muscles, okay? And then we're gonna lower down and come right back up. We are keeping those muscles engaged the entire time. You're doing a lighter weight, so we really have to work to make sure those muscles are doing what they're supposed to do, all right? The point of this is to make that mind-muscle connection, so you're really paying attention to what muscles you are using. Number 2, we are trying to get the most we can out of the muscles we've been working, so we're just squeezing a little bit more out here, and we're just really focusing on that form, okay? So then when we do this move again and we add more weight, it's kind of a muscle memory type thing, all right? 3, 2, 1, nice job. Rotating press, I'm gonna do 12s. So again, arch that lower back, up, rotate, squeeze those chest muscles, lower down, right back up, okay? Over halfway done. We are almost done with this workout, friends. Three, 2, 1. Straight arm pull over. We're gonna do 8s. One more time. And if you're wondering how I know that, it's because if you have made it to this point in the workout, you're doing awesome. I don't care what weights you used or didn't use. All I care about is that you move for the entire 27 minutes. You are picking up some weights that are challenging for you, or you're working on your form, and you're just giving it your all. That's all that matters. Guys, you cannot screw this up, all right? As long as you're trying, you cannot fail. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, let's stretch it out, friends. We're gonna stretch out our feet. We're gonna bring our arms above our head, arch that back up off the ground, stretch that core out. Pretend as if somebody's pulling on each end of you, okay? Really stretching out that core. Nice job. Roll over to your front. We're gonna press up into a cobra. You can come up on your forearms or on your hands. And press back into a child's pose. So all the way back, sitting on your feet. Stretch those arms out in front of you. And come on up. We're gonna stretch out that chest. So we're gonna hook those hands behind our back. Pull those shoulders back, open the chest up. Bring an arm around to the front. We're gonna bring it across and press down gently, stretching out our shoulders. Woo, I have a lot of weights to put away. Maybe. We'll see what I use for tomorrow. Might get to leave several of them out. Other side. 3, 2, 1. Awesome job today, friends. You get to mark off Monday's workout on your tracking sheet. I will see you all tomorrow for back and total body. I'll see you then.